Isolation Nation, how are you? I'm Bowers. I'm still a little groggy from partying last night after roast battle, so I'm going to have Rachel help me out today. Queen Rachel, how you doing? Are you here? Are you ready? How was roast battle?
I was partying with you at roast battle.
Well, you went home at 10:30 after the roast battle. So, I mean, party's a strong word. Some of us might have taken more mushrooms at 4 a.m. I don't know what happened, but anyway.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm really excited. It's Wednesday, and so we have Wednesdays with Jody Sweeten, everybody.
Jody Sweeten's here. Hey, Jody.
I'm here, and I was not partying last night. In fact, I went to bed at 8:15 because I'm an old woman, apparently.
Oh, look. Some of us spread our partying out our whole lives, and some of it did it in like a 6-year period, and that's
exactly.
That's good.
I just crammed a lot in a very short amount of time, and now I'm still making up for lost sleep.
Yeah, you're like one of those kids that goes to college when he's 12 to get it out of the way, but it was not college. But hey, it's fine. It works out.
Except it's with drugs.
Yeah, and it's also like daylight saving time somewhere at 5 p.m. I've got about 30 good minutes after this show. And then it comes 5 p.m. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
I swear to God.
Can I go to bed now, please?
If I could fall asleep at 7 p.m., I'd have abs. I wouldn't ever eat if I didn't. Once it gets dark, I'm like, I need sandwiches. If I could just fall asleep at 7, I'd be skinny.
Dude, and wintertime, that's what it is. It's like all of a sudden you're like, it's dark. I need to shove food in my face all the time.
Yeah. No,
anyway.
I'm telling you. I wish I could go to sleep that early. I can't. But it was fun. Ben did beat me 4-0, and we were sorry if it did not stream. The Mint TV stream had nothing to do with me, but I hope you yell at them, they'll give your money back, I hope. But yeah, it was not up for my roast, but I'm happy because I did not think it went well, so I was happy it wasn't streamed to everyone. So I was
what I think it was?
They went, no one saw it. I went, really? Cool.
Yeah. Hours. Did you just cut the cord? Is that what you did? You were like, I don't know what happened.
Well, I might have kicked over some things. I don't know what happened. I am generally bad with, if I'm next to electronics, they tend to fry out, which I think will eventually help me in the robot apocalypse. But right now it's annoying because my remote's never synced anything, which pisses me off. But,
and here's the thing with it. So someone who watched both of the roasts and then the rest of the roast battles, I think Bowers and Gleib, they just weren't mean enough. Like the crowd wanted people to be nasty and or the comics to be just mean and.
Well, and also what I figured out was I was really mean to Ben. You just had to know Ben. Where if you don't know, so all was you're really mean about. So my opening joke was that Ben's an egomaniac and I'm worried about that both our jokes are going to be about him. Right? So, that's a funny joke, but if you don't know that Ben's an egomaniac, it's not funny, right? But you hear how Taylor laughed right there? That's a Jabba the Hutt laugh right there. I don't know what that was. Taylor was like, oh. Feed him to Papa.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. The way you can support our show, if you want to support our show, is on Venmo in the top corners of any of the places, sdscshow.com for PayPal, or you can super chat on the YouTubes, and maybe Instagram one day.
And the way we got a little bit of a new format as we're changing this a little bit, even tweaking it better. I think it's going to be better. So you pick the topics again. So as the comics are doing their sets, throw in topics. What are we going to talk about during the topic section of the show? And then you'll throw those topics in. And then at the end, instead of doing shitty doodles, we're going to do kind of a meme war. So whatever, so the stuff that you guys do with all your digital stuff. And then you send them all to Taylor. We won't do the front row thing. We'll send them all to Taylor. And then we'll pick our favorite without knowing who it is. And then he'll tell us who they are. And we'll ask who the really funny ones were. You'll get your credit. But we do want to see how this works. So submit your memes throughout the day, throughout the whole show. Anything about the show, the comic sets, anything. And we're going to pick the funniest one at the end. And if your topic is the number one topic, if you get the number one comment, or if you get the meme war, you get to pick next week's topics. And this week is Hayden and Steph and
Dizzy by Nature. Yep.
There you go.
I did just think of a question, and I'm sure I think somebody in the audience has it. Can people submit memes that already exist? If people aren't good at creating memes?
I think that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So memes, Photoshops.
Find memes that are applicable that maybe somebody else did.
Here's what I would say. Here's what I'll say. Give credit. You have to give credit to the people. I want to be original, honestly, because I don't want to steal other people's work and put them on our show. If other comics
might not be able to do the tech.
Right, I get that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw this.
No, it's not. You're not. That's a good question. Let's think about that. Let's do this. Let's try it and see how it goes. If it ends up being terrible, we'll change it. But let's try it again. So, any memes, anything you like that think is funny that is applicable to what we're talking about, if you can attribute it to whoever wrote it, do that. Don't take anybody's name off it. Like if you're forwarding it from somebody else's account, leave their @ on it or whatever, so we can advertise them. But if it's an Andrew Scholes, whatever, then just make sure you attribute them. But you can use other people's. That's cool. All right.
And we're talking about like Photoshop and all that stuff too, or
like
Photoshop,
all the stuff
like
Hayden
paint,
does.
like,
all that. So it doesn't have to be
on your
a meme.
phone, all that's fine. And the way you do that is you email it to us at sdscshow@gmail.com.
There's also meme generators online. You can, if you know the format, that's not copyrighted. So if you find a format like over attached girlfriend, all that kind of stuff, that's just widespread. You just go online, meme generator, blah blah blah, and you can make it really easy peasy.
Yeah. And by the way, we're going to learn through all this, and we'll change it a couple more times when it works. We're figuring it out. We love you guys, and thank you for growing with us. It's going to be a good time. So speaking of that, let's get to our comics. We want to do that?
Introduce them, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 great comics, both returning champions. We love them both. Dave Waite is here. Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Dave hasn't been back on since I think it was
mid-pandemic, right? He
There
was
he
like,
is.
yeah, it was episode 14.
wow,
I was
Dave.
there early on, and you were like, "Never again."
No, I don't think that's what it was, Dave. I don't think that's what it was. I think it was this angle in the bedroom and your AirPods. I think was the problem. But hey, we'll give you another shot. Is that a 7-Eleven shirt? Do you have a Big Gulp shirt on right now, Dave Waite?
I do have a big Gulp shirt on. I'm a supporter of the Gulp. I'm pro Gulp.
I'm not a fan of the big gulp though, like big data and big gulp.
Oh yeah, Big Gulp. Yeah, Big Gulp's the conspiracy.
It's the problem.
Big Gulp sucking it all up.
It's like Big Pharma. It's Big Gulp.
I'm losing weight because I stopped drinking any flavored drinks, and I think the Big Gulp makes the Doritos taste better. But we also have Fizaa Dosani's here. Fizaa, how you doing?
Hey y'all. I had a little bit of an asthma thing this morning, but we're on the up and up. Did the nose nasal spray with the salt water and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that called? A neti pot?
Yeah, like where you spray it up one nostril and then it like just flies out the other, and then you swim.
Yeah. I had a stuffed up nose last week, and Ashley, my roommate now, she was trying to show me how to do it, and she's like, and so I plugged this side too, and it hurt real bad. You're not supposed to plug so I went,
No.
and I just sprayed all of it into my face, and then didn't leave a hole for it to come out. So I think my eyes exploded. It was real bad.
What a nightmare.
It was terrible. I was like, that's awful. She's like, your nose is plugged, stupid. It's got to come out the other side. I'm like, oh fuck, my
Shooting out
bad.
your ears. Just
Yeah, right?
Water dripping out. Yeah.
I swear to God, it felt like my ears were plugged from swimming. I'm not kidding. I think I got
I'm
it.
sure you literally forced all of that into your ear canal.
Actually, that was our question. Is Abby the front row here? Well, let's introduce the front row
Hold
now.
on, before we
sorry.
introduce, you want to do overnight game and night
Oh
game?
yeah, shit. There you go. I knew we were forgetting something. Thank you, Rachel. All right, we have an overnight game. The overnight game was hilarious. I'm also switching, by the way, to Facebook. I'm not going to read the Twitter anymore. I hate Twitter. So let's just go to Facebook group. We already have a fun Facebook group, and there's more people on it. So it was She's a Song, and there were some great ones. Rebecca Fisher had It's in Your Head, in Your Head, Zombie, Zombie, Zombie. Charlie Tinsley had One is the provoloneliest number that I've ever seen. Joshua Collins said, Swiss is how we do it. I like that one.
Idiots.
Charlie Tinsley had, Jesus take the wheel. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Ronald Carlson had, I think provolone now. My favorite one was Jesus Take the Wheel. I'm going to give it to Jesus Take the Wheel was my favorite, but that was the overnight game. You can do that at the Facebook group, SDSC group. Join the group if you haven't. If you're new to the world, new to YouTube, join the group. They're super fun. They'll invite you to stuff. You go to movie nights. It's super fun. What was the
Night King. So the Night King game was, what's the worst way to spend this extra hour that we're getting back for daylight savings time? Anna D, I liked hers, contemplating your own demise by your worst fear. Okay.
That got dark.
That's not fun. But my favorite goes to, I think, first-time Night King winner, Amanda Mitchell. She said, listen to Ted Cruz stumble over green eggs and ham during a filibuster. So congratulations, Amanda. Collect your prize, stscshow.com.
You know, at the end of the book, he would get the wrong message, too. He'd be like, see, and that's why you don't share with anybody. Like, no, Ted, that wasn't the point of the fucking book, you dickhead. All right, let's get to that.
He's lumped in there with, that communist Big Bird, so.
Yeah, right?
Fucking Big Bird. I knew it. But you know what? I knew there was a reason I love Big Bird. I mean.
There's a comic named Chris Schmidt out of Tennessee that had a joke online yesterday. He goes, I think Big Bird is violating the Hatch Act, which I thought was very funny. Anyway, all right. Let's go to the front row. The front row is here. Turn on those cameras. Let's see your beautiful smiling faces. Front row. We're excited you're here.
I'm really excited.
Wednesday.
We've got some new front rowers.
We got some brand new people. We got some legends that are going to be here today. I'm very excited. So let's get rolling to the front row. Front row, Steve and Val are here. Who's on your shirt there, Steve? What's
Anthony
that?
Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain?
Hey. Yeah.
Oh, I like that guy. That guy's cool, right? Nice. All right. Or he's a dick. I don't remember, but fuck. Nice
he
shirt.
was cool.
All right. Oh, he's cool. Okay, I don't know at this point. Oh, Amanda Raging Cajun Mitchell, the Night King winner. Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey, Amanda.
Nice headband. I like that. Like your boy. Oh, Giggle Pig Tickle Blast the third. Holy
Stop
shit,
it.
Giggle Pig. Can I say you look exactly how I thought you'd look? I'm not kidding. I'm like football quarterback, linebacker in middle school, but then, right? You know what I'm saying? What happened?
You're muted.
Muted there, Giggle Pig.
Okay. Yeah, a little more like baseball guy and math nerd.
All right.
And then
see the
go
Maddox
on
jersey
punk
behind
rock
you.
and
Cool.
metal later on.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for coming in, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Pleasure to be here.
Is it just funny, or was there a story behind Giggle Pig Tickle Blaster the Third? Was that like a dildo your girlfriend left you for or something? So now it's like an homage to her. Or...
There would be a better story within that, absolutely. But it started from high school when a bunch of like assholes there would just be really rude during class and disrupt everyone else, and they were just pigs with like the way that their comedy was. It wasn't funny whatsoever, so I just called them the Giggle Pigs. And then playing fantasy football for a bunch of years, I just like having like the worst fucking team name that you could put on someone else's trophy that they don't win, and the Blaster just came naturally. And then I thought of the third. I mean, I probably come from the wrong line, Tickle Blasters.
Yeah.
Giggle Pig, that is I love the idea that you're trolling your friends so they have to put a shitty name on their traveling trophy is awesome. Like, that is hilarious. And this is like, but without being like a rude dick. You're not like saying, like, they probably have kids or whatever. So Giggle Pig Tickle Blaster is just a weird thing to put on a thing without, like, you can't put it in the living room with the children. That's awesome. I love it.
There's like thousands of different innuendos that you could make on it.
Right.
I mean, none of them are wrong.
Oh. You should see my mind. I'm just saying. No.
The Giggle Pig is a great name, though. I like that. These Giggle Pigs are
Thank
fucking
you,
up
man.
on class. That's
Tickle
cool, man.
Blaster that does it for me.
Wow.
Like with most women, yeah.
Ta-da!
Wow, they have never called me the Tickle Blaster anywhere. All right. The Tickle Disappointer, maybe. The Tickle Too Much, maybe. Anna D's here. Hey, how you doing, Anna? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, James Nielsen's there in his bathrobe. You're so awesome, dude. Just the consistency of you, man. You're like it's like McDonald's. It's just always going to be the same. But in a good way. It was in a very soothing way. JP Sleepy Bear is here. He's smoking in a car. All right, cool. The good thing about Alaska, you can smoke and drive around. No one's there to hit. But you got to hit a moose, you'll be fine. Frank Notaro's here. Good to see you, Angles. How you doing, buddy? You doing all right?
Very good.
All right,
All
cool.
right.
Well, back to a weird angle. Appreciate that. Nice work.
I'm good.
All right. I can't remember which day I get this right and which day I fuck this up. So
Today you get it right.
today I get it right. All right.
Today's all right.
Cass Sybil's here. Cass, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, today's the day we get it right. We get it right on Wednesdays. It's Wednesday Get It Right Day. There we go. You doing good, Cass? How's Starbucks treating you? Burned yourself or cut anybody open or broken anything in the last couple days?
Anyone open?
Well, Monday was my first day off since my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and
You're like, my birthday was 7 months ago. Like, oh shit, this is a worse story than I thought.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, speaking of cutting people open, Abby, you cut anybody open today? No, here's my question, Abby. Can I squeeze water into my nose to the point where it comes out of my ears? Are those canals connected at all, or is that not possible?
you would have to do something very damaging to your anatomy to make that.
So it's possible to be but it'd be like a fire hose. I couldn't squeeze a nutty pot into my ears. Is what you're saying?
Saying there's a chance.
Okay, I didn't think that was what was happening, but I thought there was a possibility. Is there any way it could be like in a tube that would make my ears feel like they were popping? Is there a tube in there where the water could be?
So your eustachian tubes equalize the pressure in your ears. So if you plug your nose and blow into it and it makes your ears pop, like there is that kind of a connection, but you shouldn't be able to put water from your nose into your ears.
So you're saying I'm special. Cool. Hey, Brad Clark's here. Brad, how are you? How are you doing, Brad? Good to see you. I appreciate that encouragement, Abby. I needed that. What's this behind you? Is this another cosmic fart? It is. It's got a twisty part on it. Holy shit, that's kind of a weird corkscrew fart. Jason's here. Oh, good to see you, Brad. Jason's here. Jason, you know what? I got your eggs, man. They came last week that you were on the show and they weren't here. These are awesome, dude. So see, he sent me 2 eggs. So I brought Ben his. So I think that's me.
That's the one I did live on the show.
Yeah.
Him hitting the dream bar on his
I love it, and they gave you this one too. So very cool, man. And they came with these little cool stands, so they're part of my set now. So thanks, brother. I appreciate it. That was very cool. So good seeing you, man.
My pleasure, man.
These are awesome. So I don't. So what? Chrissy gets all kind of packages, and sometimes she gets so many that I get a thing in the hub like, hey, I got a package. It's never for me. So it was for me. I'm like, oh my god, my eggs! I was very excited because I never get packages. Patrick Yoakley's here. How you doing, Patrick? Chasing any storms this week? No. Like, how do you know? Do you like plan on chasing storms, and then some weeks do you take it? I'm gonna chase some storms in September and hope for storms, or you wait for storms to happen?
You watch the weather radars to see where the storms are going, and if they're within a particular radius of where I'm at, I will go chase them. But if they're not within 100 miles, it's like, yeah, I'll let Adam go do it.
Gotcha. I don't know who Adam is, but fine. All right, Rebecca Fisher's here. Good to see you. Rebecca, how are you? I liked a lot of your cheese songs. They were good. Your cheese songs were good this week, man. Nice job.
Thanks.
Those are fun. And Blinkenblap. Blankenblap? Blorkin. I can't get it. And Anna Hood's here. Anna, how you doing, Anna Hood? I like that sweatshirt. That's cool. How you doing? Good. Good to see you. Yeah. Nice. All right. No opulent background, just a plain wall like that. And JoJo's here with another hat. I like all your hats, JoJo. You got great hats. I'm a big fan of yours. I like your hat game. A good hat game.
Your hat game.
Hat game, it's a thing. Frank, don't fucking act like there's no hat game, Frank. Shut up. Berman's here. Speaking of Franks, how we doing, Berman? Nice job. Good to see you. Right. Yeah, doing good. All right. Nice job. All right. Oh, God, Wendy's driving home from work. Good to see you, Wendy. You got to see some of the show. Hey, there you go. Is Steph not here?
No, she is. I was just getting everyone before.
Oh, okay, good.
Like you told me. I'm a good boy.
All right, good. I just wanted to make sure before we went on. I thought I didn't see her, but then I did see her. I don't know.
I must have pissed off Taylor.
No, you're last because you got to pick a topic, Steph. You got to pick a topic. So because you won the thing last week. Oh, look at that hat. Nice. What's that?
Pirates.
Is that a pirate?
Here's a hat game.
That's right.
Hat game.
Hat game. Do you know what topic you're going to pick already, or are you going to wait for the show and just pick a topic on the fly? What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah, it's a topic just for you, Bowers.
Okay.
It's why is Charles Dance such an amazing actor?
Oh, why is Charles Dance such an amazing actor? Is one of the topics that no one will pick. Okay, good job.
Well, no, it's going to be...
It's automatically in there. You're right. It's automatically in the poll. All right, nice job. Why is Charles Dance such an amazing actor? Okay, that's what we're going to have to talk about.
I'm excited for it.
Charles Dance is fantastic.
You know Charles Dance?
Yeah, he's the dad on Game of Thrones.
Good job. None of us had ever heard of him until Steph has been like...
Thanks for
talking
calling
about him for months.
Right.
He's on my list.
Who's on your list?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I know him because Steph actually mentioned him, and so 3 or 4 months ago, I was like, "Who the fuck is Charles Dance?" And so I went and looked it up, and that's the only reason I know. So I tried to pretend like I actually knew something, but I really didn't.
Oh, that's fair. Well, that's the VFR.
That's the VFR, everybody. And that if you want to be to pick the topic next time, you again get the topic in with a super chat, or while we're talking, you can send in some comments, and then you can win the meme war at the end. So here we go.
Do have we have quite a few memes already coming in, so that's exciting. And then some here are some examples of topics that have already been coming in. So Dizzy by Nature, his is most embarrassing moment of your life. So we'll be voting on that one. And Hayden's, because he was a winner from last week, is crafts and DIY. So we'll vote on that as well. Jack had suggested biggest crush on a fictional character. And Gus, I liked his chicken wing versus chicken breast, chicken thigh. So those are some topics that have come in so far. And a couple generals, Renee H. She said this is a bit random, but she wants Anthony Capfer back on. So Bowers, if he's hearing this,
I'm hearing it. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my computer. It's dying.
he's gonna plug in his computer, but then we will reach out to Anthony to get him back on the show. And then Sam Carr, Bowers, he said he actually did see you and Ben on the roast last night. And I don't think it's in person, so maybe it did stream.
Well, okay. Well, I hope not. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I hope you got to see it if you waited for it. You wanted to see it. It wasn't terrible. It just was not. It wasn't as good as the other one. So that's how you judge. That's how you judge. Are we ready for some comedy sets?
We're ready for some comedy.
All right, coming up right now. He's one of my favorite people. It's Dave Waite. Everybody. Woo!
Woo!
Oh, am I on stage? Is
Yep.
it me? All right. How you doing? This is not a real microphone. This is made of glass.
No.
I have a glass microphone. Yeah. I won that for a contest for being funny 8 years ago. I might have wore off by now, but it's always good to bomb in your bedroom. When you bomb in a comedy club, you get to leave. And now if I bomb here, I can stay and sit with it. So that's fantastic. I'm really excited for that. The pandemic happened last year. I guess it's still happening. Last year during the height of the pandemic, I was like, I'm gonna start walking every day. Every day I would start walking, and I lost 0 pounds, which is crazy. I'm just trying to get down to my fuck weight, and I don't know what that is, but I'm just trying to smash. That's what the kids are doing. The kids are smashing these days. I find it hard to believe women are saying. I find it hard to believe women say smash. I couldn't imagine a bunch of women at brunch like, "Oh, I got smashed last night, Diane." Like smash Maddie. Whatever. Does that make it better if I just don't believe in any of my jokes and say whatever after all of them? Okay, fantastic. Concerts are back. I like concerts. I went and saw The Dead recently, the Dead and Company. It's the Grateful Dead with John Mayer. It sounds stupid when you say it out loud, but it's tight. And I just did. Obviously you're gonna do. Obviously you're gonna do some drugs when you go to something like that. And this time I didn't do any mushrooms, because last time I went to a concert and did mushrooms, my buddy's like, "You can take one of these mushroom capsules if you're a pussy, or 2 if you want to blast off." And like, "Let's go to the moon, spaceman." And about 15 minutes later, I realized I was a pussy. Oh man, I was tripping too hard. Be out of. And so this time I just did some Molly, because that just makes you want to dance. And well, I remember mushrooms are like a homework assignment. Like I took mushrooms one time at a concert, and there was like 20 minutes where I was like dancing, but in my head I was like, "You're a dork." And maybe that was just because my dancing was so bad, and the mushrooms was just to let me in on that. But it just wasn't an experience. I didn't want to have some sort of existential crisis about if I'm a dork at a concert. I just want to get down. And that's why I like the hippie concerts, like the Fish and the Dead, because they're like a safe space for white dancing. Nobody's dancing good at those concerts. Everybody's dancing like a windsock in front of a car dealership. They're doing that, so I'm glad I set this up so I could do a little bit more act outs here. What's the biggest complaint about like Fish and the Dead, the jam bands? People are like, "Why is the song 20 minutes long?" And then the songs are that long for white people to get on the beat. That's why. Is that the one or the 2? I don't know. Is that the light? Okay. I was just trying to. I was like, I'm gonna just dance my way through this one, and it's. I'm trying to get woke. I don't really know what that means. Here's what I do. I just I just watch movies with like all black cast in them, and then I'm like try to learn something. It's not like I'm watching like Medea and be like, I got it. No, the one I watched recently was the Judas and the Black Messiah, and I was like, I didn't know anything about that story. I was like, whoa! But I knew it had too much of an impact, because the next day I saw my landlord, who is black, and I mean, you should tell him you saw that movie, and that is not woke, you know. The black guy saw me on the street, was like, hey, I saw Mamma Mia last week. I'm like, what? Oh, you love that Hammer bullshit. I'm like, yeah, you're right. All right, well, I think I did it. I think I've earned my Venmo tips. I don't know how this thing works. Okay.
Dave Waite, everybody. Dave Waite. The tip jar is open. Nice work. That's the best dancing I've seen since Jen Saunderson, man. That was some good dancing. You were killing it, dude. That was good. That was good
Thanks,
stuff.
man. I think I'm a transition to my desk.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
the
you don't have to
standing up the whole time is.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi's worse when you stand up too. I don't know what's going on. Maybe your Wi-Fi doesn't work in the air. There you go. Oh, by the way, a little clarification.
Was I cutting out a bunch?
A little bit. I mean, it made the dancing look cooler because it was like kind of robotic. It was kind of neat. It was kind of. Real quick clarification too. If you're in the front row, you can submit 2 topics for free. So 2 topics for free if you're in the front row. So throw that in for you, right? Cool, Dave. Good stuff, man. I like that. I saw your set last night. It was fun at the store. That was good. When you're going to the airport there at the end, you're like, I'm driving to the airport. That's why I'm in a bad mood.
Well, you know, it's LA's tough when you got to do another show and you're like, I got to drive 45 minutes after the set is over. You know, it's hard to be very present for the set you're currently doing when you're thinking about parking for the second set, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, you're not wrong.
Park?
And you're like, you're even losing the moment because you're like, okay, I'm going to get out of here at 7:37. I'll get to the fucking, and I got to 4:10, and I should have 12 minutes to fight. And then you're like, oh shit, I'm telling jokes still. Fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah. Then you show up at the other show and you're frazzled because of the other, you're like, I just got here. And they're like, yeah, we're way behind, man. You're not going up for like a half hour. And you're like, oh, all right, fuck.
Right?
Oh, I rushed here for nothing. What the fuck?
My friend Amelia at lunch just told me she did a show last night for a group of adult amateur tap dancers. Like that, it was an adult amateur tap dance performance show where they have adult amateur tap dancers, then a magician, then a comic, then more adult amateur tap dancers. She's like, and they were bad at it. It was terrible. It made me laugh so hard. Because I figure once you get to adult tap dancing, you've not been good at anything else. Like that's the step past tambourine, right? Like, anyway.
I don't know. I mean, tap dancing seems fun. I mean, I would like to be the shoes are fun. They're making a bunch of clippity clop noises. You're like a human horse.
That's true. I forgot you're a guy from Kentucky. You're like the wonderful. You're like one state from the Wonder Whites of West Virginia, where you like all that tap dancing.
Yeah, man. If you got some spoons too.
I had a tap dance teacher in college, because we got to take dance as our PE, and so I took tap, and our teacher was like in her 60s and fucking killed it. Like she could do all kinds of stuff that I was like,
don't get me wrong. Good tap dancing is the best thing ever. I love good tap dancing. That's not my point. I'm saying imagine middle school band level adult tap dancing is what was happening.
That's better than that, actually. That's better than good tap dancing, in my opinion.
You think? Bad tap dancing?
Oh,
well, we'll go. Hey, they have these shows every week in San Diego. Me and you will go. We'll go to a bad tap dancing show. Me and you, Jody. It'll be great.
I'll heckle old people all day. Let's do it. No.
No, she said they weren't allowed to make fun of the tap dancing. That was one of the rules of the comedy show.
Not loudly, not out loud, but like.
Well, fuck that.
No.
All right, Rachel, any tips coming in from Mr. Dave Waite?
Yes, we do, and lots of topics from front row as well. Good stuff. All right, we have, let's see. Abby Wright sent you $5 and said, for your dancing skills. Is that the first time you've ever been tipped for your dancing?
No.
To my knowledge, but you know, maybe.
Dave, you've been rewarded for your dancing before. Maybe not with money, but you've danced your way. You've danced your. What's that, Jody?
I said not virtually. I mean, he's, those dollar bills have been found places. I'm just saying.
Yes.
We can see it. It's okay, Dave. It's okay. Take it out. It's fine. We're
Dave, you
proud of
didn't, Dave didn't do the OnlyFans route during the pandemic at all? Did you do the OnlyFans at all?
Well, I didn't know it was an option until now. I got missed out on some money.
Let's see. We also had Kim Stewart sent you $5 and said, "Great windsock."
Oh yeah, because I was doing the thing, for my bit. Got it.
Inflatable tube man. That's good.
That's true.
Tube man.
Amanda Mitchell tipped you and said, "For your wacky waving inflatable tube man impression."
Okay, yeah.
It works.
Maybe I need to get on TikTok. Maybe I need to buy one of those and dance next to it.
Oh my God.
Jody has a Dave Waite dance machine right in her office.
She's got one of those mini.
This is why we didn't have Dave on for 8 months.
I was like, oh,
internet stuff.
I'm not fucking kidding. The other day, I was like, why do I have this stupid thing on my desk? My kids gave it to me. They think it's hilarious, whatever. But I was like, why do I still have this on my desk like 9 years later? This is why. That moment right there. So that made 9 years of keeping this silly thing on my desk worth
it. Nice.
Okay. Let's see. We also had Steph Andrews sent you $10 and said, "Australian women say smashed down under every time my friend has sex with her partner. She always tells me she got smashed by him the night before." Amazing stuff.
Nice.
Man, I need to get down to Australia.
I mean, I've heard that I've smashed women.
But
yeah, that's something. I've heard I've smashed women, but not in a good way. So I'm with you there. He smashed her. Yeah, no, don't high five. It was sad. She did not like it.
She died.
Memorial Sunday.
Dave Adler tipped each comic and he said, "Love Dave." He said, but then he also put, for Fizaa, love her rooms on Clubhouse as well as the pizza rooms. How can we combine the two, and half for Dave because we need more Daves. So it's a long way to get there, but we got there.
Yeah, to advocate for his own name. Nice work, Dave.
Thank you.
Front Row Steve sent you $10 and said, "There's a lot more where this came from. If you just promise to please never dance again."
The anti-tip. Oh no.
Yeah.
Now it's a tip war. Now if you want Dave, that's $10 for him not to dance, $5 for him to dance. If you want Dave to dance more, tip him more, because now we got $10 never to dance again. So
I'm gonna tap dance next time. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some tap.
There you go. Let's all go take tap lessons. The four of us. Let's go to San Diego and take tap lessons. This adult dance studio. I just made fun of.
I love it.
Okay. Try. Jojo tipped you and said, "There's dancing, and then there's 30 minutes dead shakedown street dancing. Great set."
All right.
Oh Lord. I think we're caught up. Yeah.
All right.
This is set.
Do you have any topics? We're going to throw some topics?
Yeah, sure. We've got a lot coming in from Front Row. It's hard to keep up, but I'm trying. So Amanda Mitchell said best coffee from a chain or otherwise. Cash, something about granted. You make a wish, the next person in line grants it, but there's a catch. Don't know what that means, but maybe she can explain it. Kim Stewart, worst job ever.
You pay for the person in front of you. Pay with the person in front of you. So you're like, I'm going to get their coffee behind me. And the catch is that,
No, that's not it.
Oh, no? Sorry. Fuck.
No.
Not even close. All right.
Nope.
Well, what is it? Explain it.
So, I asked Steve and them to do that at their Chicago show, and Lady went first. She said, "I wish for perfect hair." And then Brett went next and said, "Granted, but it's covered in shit."
Oh, fair. Okay. So it's the monkey's paw wish. So you ask what your wish, and then we make it terrible. Oh, I like that. That's pretty neat.
Okay,
like
that's a fun one.
Cool.
JP, craziest place you've been drunk or high. Giggle Bigs, what's the worst place you've had to pee in public? Abby, worst tech improvement. JP, who would give your eulogy? Rebecca, anti-chat up lines. So I think that's pickup lines in British English. And then top 5 good excuses not to go to work. And we've got a few more that we'll talk about later. So just remember your favorite one. And lastly, Brian Davis sent Dave £5 for being super smashing great.
Oh, man.
Awesome. All right, let's get to our next comic right now. It's Fizaa Dosani, everybody. Woo!
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, man, guys, I'm a little tired. A good friend of mine drunk dialed me last night. She called me crying, and she was like, "Fizaa, do you think I'm a good mom?" I didn't even know the bitch had kids. Tired, man. I'm tired of appropriation. I swear to God, the next time a white yoga teacher says namaste to me, I'm just going to be like white power. Confuse the shit out of them like they confuse the shit out of me with their janky ass pronunciation of namaste. Where my unhappy couples at?
Woo!
I knew you were out there. Everyone else, y'all are lying. I blame shit like Valentine's Day. Like, people think Valentine's Day is a bullshit holiday invented by Hallmark to sell greeting cards, and I'm here to tell you, no. Valentine's Day is a bullshit holiday invented by men to try to get anal. Hey, girl, it's Columbus Day. Let's do anal. Doesn't have the same ring to it. But Indigenous People Day, you could slide right in. It's woke. I love that in a partner, wokeness. Not that I have a partner, but my sister's getting married next month. On my birthday, don't cheer for that shit. On my birthday, who does that? Who does? Oh man, I'm happy for her though. I like her partner, but I don't like how my mom is like dealing with this Indian wedding. Like she's getting all these clothes made in India, and she has asked me for so many fucking measurements that literally the only measurement left for her to ask me for was the distance between my nipples. And then she asked me for the distance between my nipples. It's 9 inches. 9 inches. So when I got the blouse in the mail and the distance between the nipples was 10 inches, I was very upset. Because like she like literally gave her every single measurement. Like I gave her the circumference of my uterus. It's a very well fitted dress. Oh, I got some good news, guys. You're making it in LA when you play a character with a name. Yeah, I booked the role of confused barista number 2. I think it's Dutch. Oh gosh, I haven't talked about ass eating in like years, so I think I'm gonna. You haven't lived, y'all. You haven't lived. You have not lived till you had your booty hole licked. But you live too much if you live like booty hole. It's a fucking conundrum. You don't want to get pink eye, that shit could evolve and jump. The Delta virus did that shit. Conjunctivitis. You before eating booty, you must weigh the pros against the cons. Conjunctivitis. That was for all the smart people. I hear Bowers laughing all extra loud. Like, I get that. I get it.
Shit.
Oh, shit is right, guys. So I mentioned it. I'm Indian, or I at least heavily implied it. People are always confused geographically. Like I just want to clarify that we're in Asia. India is in Asia. We're real Asians, like the Russians. We're real like half the Russians. We're the hairy Asians. Yeah, like I used to have bangs, but they might have been eyebrows. I have no idea. Literally have no idea. I'd have to go back in time, say something intriguing, and see if they move, like... Like, I'm not even wearing clothes right now. I just weave my body hair into this free t-shirt. If I get goosebumps after I shave... I've got to start over. Just makes me wonder if Chewbacca's just a lovely young Indian woman. Just waiting for her time to shine. Bitch lost her wax strips in space. That's where Chewbacca lives, right? Space. All right, y'all. That's my time. I'm Fizaa Dosani. Thank you.
Yes, Fizaa Dosani. Our tip jar is open. Top breaker, or you can Venmo, or you can PayPal, or you can Super Chat. Wow, that was a great set, man. That was really fun. I really like the Valentine's Day is for men to get anal. It's not the same on Columbus Day, but it would be more historically accurate if it was Columbus Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. And also very sad.
Yeah, it's really, we shouldn't laugh about that, but you're not that kind of Indian. I think your sister getting married on your birthday is horse shit, right? That is terrible. What is that? What is that like? Just
It's a couple days after, but still, like, no one's gonna give a shit about my birthday. It's gonna be such an afterthought. And actually, she's getting married on Thanksgiving. I was born. Thanksgiving changes every year, but I was born on Thanksgiving, so it's all like it's a fucking clusterfuck of holidays.
Sure, yeah. That's why I decided to be born in the middle of July. That's the easiest one. So
You decided
that one. Yeah, I hung in there. I was gestated for like 15 months because I want to come out in January. Anyway.
Gestating for 15 months. I feel like that, like, you'd have come out with some extra shit or like facial hair.
I was born just like this. I look just like this. I was born 73 pounds. I was 73 pounds, fully grown.
He was actually born yesterday.
On a turnip truck that I fell off of.
Yeah.
That's a good set, man. I love the yogi saying the namaste too. That's I met a fat yogi a couple weeks ago. This guy who's like this 45-year white dude. He's like, yeah, I'm a yogi. It's comedy yoga. I'm like, all right. He had this like pork pie hat on, and I'm like, he's like, you wouldn't think I was a yogi, huh? I'm like, Yogi Bear maybe, but not yogi. I don't know. It was like, but he was like, jokes. Yeah, jokes that worked 5 years ago don't work now. I'm like, yeah, neither do mine, man. That's how jokes work. Gotta write new shit.
Why is it that when you said he was wearing a pork pie hat, I knew exactly the kind of person that you were talking about? I was like, oh yeah, that guy, right?
That
like
guy.
in the hat, and he's like the way you said I was like, yeah, he's fucking that guy.
Nobody's fucking that guy, but he is that guy.
Well, he's right. Nobody's fucking that guy, but he's that guy.
Nice. Rach, you got tips coming in?
Yeah. All right, Fizaa. We had Kim Stewart send it $10 and said, "Great set as always." We had JoJo tip you $5. Help with that after wedding birthday cupcake. We had a funny comment from Carlsy Winslow. Pink eye from the brown eye.
It kind of changes the meaning of that song, doesn't it?
Brown-eyed girl.
What, brown-eyed girl? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different song now when you think about it in that way. She's my brown-eyed girl.
Isn't everybody a brown-eyed girl then in that instance? Right?
Oh. No.
All right, groans. Okay. I'll get back to tips. Idiots. Abby.
Oh, doesn't feel good, does it, Rach?
I'm not a comic. I don't want to make jokes. Abby Wright tipped you $5 and said for Fizaa. We also had front row Stephen Val send you $10. Happy Valentine's Day in advance and bend over.
That's $20. That's actually a $20 comment.
And you have to sign a waiver.
And I want it in Bitcoin.
It's called butt coin, but okay.
Let's see. While other tips
Bad
are
for the
coming in,
environment.
we had more topics come in. So we had Berman said, what are some funny things that you want to see Bowers wear on his blazers? And then also let's talk about how Last Action Hero fucking rocks. Okay.
Okay. The movie, I'm assuming?
So. Okay. Amanda, worst place. Oh, I had to pee in public, or worst place I did pee in public. Angles, bottles or cans. Steph has another one. Best TV show ever filmed. Okay. Wendy, worst tattoo you've seen. Anna D, worst experience in a restaurant. And best story from a wedding. And then Giggle Pigs, what's the lamest way you've had to spend $100? It's a good topic.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
right.
topic. Brian Davis, Fizza, sent you £5 and said, just assume all the wedding presents are birthday presents and take them home during the speeches.
All for me? I love chafing dishes. This is amazing. Unfortunately, wedding presents are terrible. The worst presents you'll ever get in your whole life. They're all just like bowls and plates and shit. You're just going to put in a cabinet and never use again. It's never anything fun. You never get a dune buggy for your wedding. It's terrible.
And
you do
then
if you register at REI.
You're registered where?
I said
REI.
if you registered at REI.
What's an REI?
It's like a
Of
camping
course you don't know what an REI is.
I'm being serious. I don't know what that is. What is
Make that joke about it's an outdoors place for people that go outside.
it? It's like a park?
It's a
No,
ritzier
so, like-
gander mountain.
Like
You get hiking boots, you can get like climbing ropes, you can
like
get
an outdoors whatever camping gear.
Oh,
stuff like that. Like
so it's like that part of
porch
Walmart
chalet.
where they have the tires. Okay.
I wish I hadn't said anything.
it's too late,
I wish I
Jody.
just shut the fuck up. Never mind. Okay, no.
I really have never been to one of those places. That's not. I don't know what that is. I'm not kidding. I'm
Color
not
me
kidding.
shocked, Bowers. Color me shocked.
Fizza, we also had front row Steve send another, Steve and Val sent another $10. Here's the other 10, your move. Oh, Lord. Please don't.
Wow. This
This took a turn real quick.
this joke needs a rim shot. Okay.
All right, let's do topics.
Yikes.
I'm going to skip right over that.
Holy crap.
Thanks, JP. All right.
All right. So we can only do 4 topics in YouTube, right? So we're going to do 8 topics total. So the 3 that we're definitely voting on is the embarrassing moment, the crafts and DIY, and then Steph, did you want Charles dance or the other one? Or
The other one. Charles
Okay.
dance was a joke. That
okay,
didn't go well.
I think it went really well. So
Not a joke, Steph. He is not a fucking joke. He is a very serious actor. Thank you very much. Charles Dance is a joke. Oh no, wait, you meant it. Okay, got it.
So, and then best
What's her
TV
topic?
show filmed.
Love you, Jody.
That's her best TV show ever. Okay, cool.
So we need 5 more to pick.
So, Jody, do you have one just off the top of your head that you like?
Oh, let me read a couple more that just came in. So Wendy had worst thing you've seen at a mall.
Okay.
And then if you want me to go through some more, but was there one that stood out to each of you?
Yeah, the one I liked was the P story stuff, and I liked the one Cass talked about with the you get one wish, but then we have to make it terrible.
So you gotta choose one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick. So I'll pick the one Cass did you one wish, but you make it terrible. And Fizza, which one do you like?
I like the P one.
All right, Fizza, do the P one. Dave, you got one?
Was I supposed to listen? What happened here?
That's all right.
Can you run down give me the topics one more time, real quick. I spaced out.
No, that's okay.
Dave, I'm so glad you went ahead of me because I did too.
So here's some other ones that we can vote on. So there's biggest crush on a
Okay.
fictional character, what type of chicken do you like, best coffee, worst job, craziest place you've been high. Wait, so the P one that they said was the pee in public? We had like a couple people.
It's like the most embarrassing public peeing story of some kind, one direction or another, I think is what it was. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Best story from a wedding, lamest way you've had to spend $100. That's my choice.
Okay. And any of those sound good to you, Dave? Or?
There was worst experience at a restaurant, worst tattoo that you've seen, bottles or cans. action
Bottles
hero.
or cans?
For beer, I'm assuming.
I don't know. That's what we can talk about.
Just pick.
I'm gonna take. I guess I'll take the worst place you ever peed.
Well, that's business, Dave. Just pick bottles and cans. Come on.
Bottles and cans. Clap
Thank
your
you,
hands.
Jody. What's
Let's
your
do it.
favorite?
I kind of like the job one.
The worst job that you've had?
All right,
Yeah,
worst
worst
job.
that
All
you've
right.
had.
Cool.
Oh man, that thing comes up. You got to vote on it. Oh,
Yeah.
the hosted panelists cannot vote. Oh,
Pee
what?
story. We love the pee stories. I peed on myself 5 times
In a row
during
or
the
over
show.
time?
Yeah, right now.
That was last week.
consecutively.
Consecutively. All right. So are we voting? All right,
So the
12. So 12 and 4. So P Story's number 1 so far with 12. Best TV show has 4. So that's second place so far. It can be beat though.
but YouTube most
Okay.
embarrassing moments number 1.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So pee in public. Okay. So the second 4, let's see, which ones do you have? Crass pee story, most embarrassing. So the wish one, so Cass's thing, right? The lamest $100 you've ever spent,
Okay.
bottles and cans, and worst job.
Perfect. Got it. Cool. Talks amongst yourselves.
All right.
Tallying the polls.
Tally in the poll. And then
Getting
we'll
the
talk
polls,
about these
yeah.
topics, Dave.
There's been fraud, I swear. No.
Twilight. It's the what was it? L.A. What was the one? La La Land when they won the wrong Oscar. That was a fun day.
Oh, but it was supposed to be Moonlight or something.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
Moonlight. I just said Twilight. I didn't mean Twilight. I meant
Well,
Moonlight.
it might as
And
well
and
been.
It was supposed to be Moonlight or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just read the wrong envelope. Or I think they gave him the wrong envelope, but it was also like 100, so maybe you just couldn't see. it.
Awkward.
Steve Harvey. Oh well.
Wait, Steve Harvey announced that?
Yeah.
It was either Steve Harvey or he did that.
Well, it was
separate-
Warren
That was
Beatty.
Steve Harvey.
Warren
Yeah.
Beatty.
No, but he's like, I
Warren-
don't think
Steve Harvey.
Harvey presented it.
Steve
to
Harvey
actors.
had a different one.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
They gave Warren Beatty the wrong envelope, and Faye
Right.
Dunaway just decided to read the name of the movie off of it, assuming that it had to be right, and she couldn't see. And Jimmy Kimmel was the host.
There you go. Thank you.
There
And
we
then
go.
Steve Harvey announced the wrong winner of Miss USA or something.
That was it.
Yeah.
I knew he fucked up at
Right.
some point.
He picked his personal.
All right, so it looks like P Story won in our poll here, and most embarrassing in the YouTube.
Yep, so I saved
All right,
that.
so
So
those are
let's do
2.
the next ones.
Yep, and that poll. This one will start. That way.
All right, choose again. So bottles and cans. Worst job, worst $100 that you've had to spend, or wish.
Everyone's taking fucking
Then-
bottles of tea.
You gotta kill
He
it.
said, like, look, that's fine, guys.
I say bottles and cans. I mean, I feel like it's the most open-ended of all of them, and the other ones, we know.
What do you mean open-ended? There's 2 choices, bottles or cans. It's not open-ended at all. There's only 2 choices.
There's a lot of stuff you can go
Open-ended,
with
right.
that.
It's open-ended. If
I mean, the
Alfred
bottle's
was-
open-ended, but not.
The worst $100 is gonna be parking tickets and shit like that.
But there's
Oh,
more
you don't
choice
know
than
the
bottles
shit I've
or
spent
cans.
$100 on. No, I'm just kidding.
What was your worst $100?
He doesn't know some shit I've spent $100
Well,
on.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's lamest. It's lamest. That's the worst part. It's not. It's like the. It's like.
It's
I hate
not
when
the
you spend-
lamest on it.
Yeah, lamest is the word. So, yeah. So we'll get to right. I hate when you have to spend money on shit you already have for something you didn't care about that way. Anyway, like when you buy a new dishwasher, you're like, God damn it, really?
Yeah, but that's not the worst thing in the world. You need a new dishwasher.
I already have a dishwasher. I got the same one I already had for $300. Ugh.
Ooh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that one.
Oh, where's that going with it?
I thought you were going to be like Chrissy.
Oh no.
Thank
She doesn't do
God.
dishes. She doesn't do dishes.
Good.
She's in charge of the bathrooms. I do dishes. This bottles and cans.
No, so in YouTube it's worst job by a milestone. So we're
Okay.
gonna do that one.
Boo.
So worst job is actually
The number 1 winner.
yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
it's
based
worst
on
job,
the
P story, and you can always resubmit these if they didn't get there. So
We're gonna
P-
do worst job, P story, and then the second place,
this most embarrassing moment.
most embarrassing moment.
Yep.
Cool.
And the number
those
one,
are
who
the
was the person?
Kim Stewart.
Kim Stewart. You get to pick a topic next week. Nice job. All right. So first one is what? Worst job.
Let's do the worst job.
Who picked that one? Was that Jody? So you start, Jody, since you picked it.
I did. Worst job. Well, doing, Full and Fuller House, I was a normal human. And, like about 7 years ago, I was working in treatment. And I loved what I did. It was really great. But when I first started working, I was just a tech, which was basically someone who helps new patients come in and, kind of gets them all settled and stays with them like those first 24, 48 hours while they're kind of detoxing and doing all that stuff. Now, I worked at a place that was like a little weird and unorthodox and eventually closed down, but we're not going to name names.
You work at Trump University? Wait, did you work at Trump University? Is that what happened?
I went to Trump University.
Trump rehab.
And it was just, it was Trump treatment, and it was just his kids and a lot of cocaine. It was really weird. Really one kid in particular. Anyway.
They play cops and mules as kids? Okay, anyway.
But this place had brought a couple in. There were these two people, and at one point, I will not give any identifying information, obviously, but at one point, I found myself holding a trash can for the one dude while he's puking for the girl while she's puking into it, and also accusing me of trying to sleep with her boyfriend who is passed out and drooling on himself. And I was like, I went to college. Like, literally getting yelled at by a drunk woman for and she was like, I don't like you. I was like, look, I don't really care for you either. But here's the thing. Yeah, I've got to be here. You're obviously not going anywhere. So why don't we just try and get through this fucking day? And I'm pretty sure that they woke up the next day, had no idea where they were, and split. So anyway, that is one of the.
Well, and by the way, that had to fuck with people too that are really fucked up because they had to go home and go, dude, I think in the hospital that girl from Full House was my nurse. But shut the fuck up. The girl from Full House wasn't the nurse at your fucking overdose clinic. Like, no, I swear to God, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was. It definitely. People were like, "Are you?" And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you work here? I was like, yeah. They're like, why? I was like, because this is what I want to do eventually. You got to start somewhere. And they were like, oh, okay. I thought I was just really high.
All right, Dave, wait, you have to have had a terrible job or two. What's your worst job there, big dog?
Oh, man. Well, the one job I didn't even actually do, I worked for like those temping services back in the day. Yeah. And they sent me this assignment, and I go in there, and they're just showing me around. There's all these files. There's 0 windows in this office, and I'm like, this is fun. I don't like no windows. And then they show me to my desk. They're like, you're gonna be filing all this shit. Oh, it's a nightmare. And the guy sitting next to me had like a radio. He just had a radio on his desk playing Rush Limbaugh like out loud, and I was like, this is fucked up. And I go, man. Then I asked like the person that like showing me the ropes. It's the first day. I'm there like maybe an hour. I go, hey, where's the bathroom here? And they're like, oh, it's out front. And then I just walked past the bathroom and got my car and left. and then like an hour later, the staffing service talent tree called me up and they're like, did you just leave? And I go, yeah. And they're like, why? I go, yeah, that sucked. And they're like, well, you'll never work for us again. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Whatever.
Nice. Fizaa, what was your worst job?
I worked
thought you should just quit. That's my advice to people.
Back in Florida, I worked at the Shrimp Shack, and like,
wait, that was a shrimp place, not a male strip club.
We don't like shrimpy dicks in Florida.
It's like the spin-off of Hooters, the Shrimp Shack. Okay.
So like, I had to clean up the booths after serving, and someone seated this guy in a booth where like the floor was fucking disgusting. So like I was vacuuming around him, and he lifted up his legs so I could vacuum under his booth, and I got written up for that shit because she was like, the manager was like, you can't be in their personal space. But I was invited into his space. So it's just, I thought that was complete bullshit. And also, I used to work for like one of those stereotypical Harvey Weinstein type dude, stapler thrower type guys. And like on the day that I quit, he saw me like roll my eyes like he was insane. And he was like, it's a man's world. It's a man's world. And I don't understand why he was saying that. It was in the middle of an interview with my replacement, but yeah, that job really sucked too. And the guy before me like sued the company and ran out crying, and the guy after me started smoking again, and he was a lawyer and he quit like after a week. So
the guy's a douchebag. That sucks. Right? You got a terrible.
Well, yeah, actually, just quite topical. So right now, I'm working for. I'm helping a production company go through. We're hiring an intern, a social media intern, right? So I have to go through resumes. This was an actual resume that was sent to me today or yesterday. I'll read just part of it. They're seeking an internship to learn programming, cybersecurity, hardware, software optimization. Not what I'm hiring for or what they applied for. But they're interested in moving to San Francisco to enjoy the beautiful weather, geography, hot women. Hot women!
Oh my God.
In a fucking resume?
In a freaking, it has his name in here. Hot women, it says.
That's so goofy.
I mean, but the balls on this guy.
Hey, dress for the job you want, I guess, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
Unreal.
also never been to San Francisco, right? Because he's talking about moving there for the great weather. So I feel like that's really, he should know. Someone should tell him.
Maybe he's from Minnesota, where San Francisco is great weather. We don't
exactly.
Southern California, but
the best summer or the best winter I ever had in California was in a summer in San Francisco or something.
Bowers, do you have a job story?
Yeah, so when I summer between my freshman year of college, my sophomore year of college, I worked at a Sony compact disc packaging plant. So basically, they would run they had a cardboard thing that would have a CD, like a music CD, and a piece of cardboard that would, like at the music stores, they would like still stack them like the record, whatever. So they would have to shrink wrap it. So my job was to catch them off the shrink wrap machine and then hand them to the guy next to me. That was my whole job, and it was 12 hours a day at night. It was third shift, and I just had to count to 10 all night. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, that's all I did all night, and I did it for a month, and then I eventually had to stop because I just started counting everything in my whole life. I'd be chewing, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just counted to 10 over and over and over again. That's all I did for 12 hours a day. It just got in my head, and I had to quit so I didn't go insane. But my boss was a guy. He was on house arrest, right, for fucking fighting or something, and he had to go to jail at night. He wasn't on house arrest. He was on work release. So he'd go to jail during the day and then come work for us at night. But he wanted to get drunk before he went to jail. So he rigged up a keg. He put a keg of beer in his trunk with a tube that went up to his car. He had a tube he could suck on while he drove to work because that was the only time he was free from jail to get drunk. He didn't want to be drunk at work, so he would drive and get drunk on the way to jail every morning. It's hilarious.
Something tells me he's still there. I feel like.
I bet that guy's dead for sure. There's no way that guy's still alive. There it is, new topic.
New topic.
Hey, I like the chicken noise. Good job.
Thanks.
What's
It
next?
was like an Abby thing, or I can't remember who gave me. Pee in public. So, and we have a pee in public story I want to read real quick, a comment. Dave Adler, the most awkward pee for me was on the ambulance. I was driving and we were transporting a patient, and then he said something else. He goes, he had to use one of those plastic urinals while driving since they couldn't just stop by a rest area or the woods. It was a half-hour drive to the patients, 20 minutes on scene, and 45 minutes to the hospital.
Wow, so you're peeing in front of patients. That's right.
Dave, do you have a pee?
Oh, yeah, this is Fizaa. Fizaa picked this one, so she starts.
Fizaa, go for it.
Ooh, yes. Okay, so I thought I could hold my pee till I got home, and when I pulled into my garage, I was like, I can't do this. So I was like, okay, it's okay. I have an empty cup, like an empty McDonald's cup or something. So I, got out. This is like a 200-person garage, but I was able to hide in a corner and I peed in the cup. But let's just say like the cup runneth over, so it's like I really peed all over my hand.
Nice. Anybody see it? Anybody see it, or you have to shake hands after that?
No, I don't think anyone saw it, but there was a security camera, so maybe someone saw it and I didn't know. But yeah, in person.
I think I've seen that video.
And I have
Why
other
is it
four
when
other.
you,
Go,
my
Dave.
bad.
No, go for it, Dave.
Why is it when you get like almost right to your door, that's when you almost like pee or shit your pants? Like you're like, it's like as soon as you put your key in there, you're like, oh God! Like what?
Your body's just like, I'm done. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Dave just read my mind.
Made it.
That exact thing happened to me when I was on crutches. And I actually made it to my door. I made it to my door, and I put the key in, and exactly what Dave said. It just all came out. Right in front of my door. Right, I couldn't even.
It's like your brain isn't it's not calibrated enough. It knows like you're like home, but it's like it doesn't have like we need a little bit more exact GPS in our mind or something when it comes to pissing and taking it out.
You ever time it so wrong where your hope goes from I hope I don't shit my pants to I hope I just don't shit in the car. You ever do that? Where like, just let me get stopped and out of the car. I'll shit my pants, but God damn it, not in the car, please.
There's exercises you can do for that, Bowers. I'm pretty sure. I feel like little you could do. There's something that you could do to fix that. I'm pretty sure.
Kegel for my butthole. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
What are those called? I don't know. My pee story.
No.
What are they called?
A kegel for your butt. A bagel.
Bagel. All right.
No, we can't name them that.
Also a circle.
Can't name them that.
It looks like a bagel kind of. My pee story. I was at a bachelor party. We took a party bus to a strip club in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm wearing khaki pants, and I go to pee. And as we all know, I don't have a very big penis, so as I get it out, I don't get it all the way.
We all knew that.
I don't.
But we
this
do
is
now.
important for the story.
We do know.
I don't get it all the way out of the flap, but I don't know that, right? So I think I'm peeing into a urinal where I'm just peeing my pants, like straight peeing my pants because it wasn't out the hole. It was just had the flap over it. So I'm just standing there, and my fucking legs get wet, and I look down, and now my khaki pants are covered, and the entire thing is pee. I have peed my entire pants at a strip club where I can't just go home. There's a party bus that isn't coming back for like an hour. So now I'm sitting on a chair with fucking fully peed pants in a strip club. Fully nude strip club, by the way, which I don't recommend. I've got a coat over my fucking pee pants, and all these strippers come up going, want a lap dance? I'm like, you do not want that at all, my friend. Move along. Move along.
I do, but you don't. Right. Oh, wow.
Jody, you got one? You got a pee story?
I do have one. In my 20s, before I stopped drinking, I was with my friends out, God knows where, and I was like, I really got to pee. And so I I was in the passenger side of the car. I hop out of the passenger side of the car to sit on the curb, hike my skirt up, but forget that I don't know why I had like tights or something. I think I had like, I don't even know what it was. I don't know if they were like fishnets or panties or something, but I had tights on and I peed and I was like, oh no. And like, once you start like you're not, and it was like a drunk pee where you're like, this is, wow.
Did the pantyhose bubble up like when you sit?
It was like a sieve.
When you sit in a hot tub and you're
bad. It was just so bad. Like it just, and it was like in the shoe. Yeah, I was like,
looks like a coffee
you know
filter.
What I mean?
Looks like a coffee
and
filter.
I couldn't get them down quick enough, and I was like on the curb trying to. It was, one of the 9,472 reasons that I don't drink. Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I want to complain about is being a woman peeing in like the woods or something is that like sometimes a stream isn't like a good strong stream and it just trickles and like you can't aim anywhere and it's just going wherever the fuck it wants to go, which is mostly like on my legs or other places.
Right. Peeing on your own foot is the worst when it comes down sideways. You're like, ah, damn it.
It's like
right.
Now, can you light up the tube? Can you light up the tube before you start, or?
No, because I mean you can, but then good luck stopping it. You know.
Well, as a guy, I don't know if women know this. As a guy, sometimes after sex, you'll get a little crusty at the end of your thing, and your pee stream will come out sideways, like because it hits the middle, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You're like, "Oh god, and you're like, "Oh fuck." That's always terrible.
Sort of similar. It just goes one direction or the other, and you're like, "Oh shit! I just peed on my own leg." Yeah, not fun.
You know what does help the stream though is pubic hair.
Oh, I don't have that. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's why we pee all over our legs. In California,
You cut out the roadway. You cut out the canal. And now you're getting.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Taylor's poll. Do you have to pee now? All right, blah, 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 blah. New topic.
New topic. All right.
Real quick, we had Steph had a comment about worst job. She said, when I worked at Macca's, which is Australian McDonald's, I'd worked the night shift and had to clean the kitchen equipment. Piece of advice is don't eat at McDonald's, as it really does not get cleaned until 11 p.m. at night behind the scenes. So, there's that.
Okay.
There is that, yeah.
All right. Last
All right.
topic, and then we'll do the memes, is embarrassing moments.
All
you
right.
guys have any? Who started that one?
Whose vote was that?
Oh, that was already Dizzy, so it was already.
Oh, it's Dizzy. All right, cool.
I don't have one because I've never been embarrassed ever. Okay, next.
Sure.
Oh shit!
One time I was hooking up with this girl in college, and she said it was like 2 a.m. She's like, "Do you have a condom?" I said, "No." But we did a condom machine in our dorm. It was like the one floor down. I didn't have condoms because I was the kind of person, like, if I got condoms, they would just sit in my drawer till they expired. Like, it was just kind of too much pressure, right, to get laid, because that wasn't my thing. So I didn't have condoms until sex was imminent. Like, I'd stop and get them on the way home kind of thing. So, like, I grab $1, I throw on my boxer shorts, and I run down to get a condom. Well, I get halfway down the hallway, and I look down, and I realize that in my haste to get laid, I didn't put on my boxer shorts, but her pajama bottoms. So I'm now in her little tiny fucking pink elephant pajama bottoms with a boner and $1. I'm like, fuck. But I know I'm not gonna make it all the way back and back with this thing working. So I just was like, fuck it, I'll go. And it's 2 a.m, so it's a floor down, and the fucking I go to put the $1 in the shit, and it goes, and it doesn't fucking work. I'm like, god damn it, I'm doing that thing. Finally, I got a knock on the door of a guy I don't know. You go, "Do you have change for $1?" And he looks at my fucking shorts and my buddy's like, "Yeah, I guess." He shuts the door, deadbolts it. So this isn't my trick. Like this is how I get people. And he gave me a bag of nickels. It was fucking terrible. So then I had to. So that was pretty embarrassing. In the pajama bottoms with the girl with the dude. That was mine. You got one, Dave?
Me?
Got an embarrassing moment there, Dave? Wait.
Well, I remember one time I was in high school. I ran track for a year. It would suck, and that's not it. But that's it. But I remember I was in Indiana, and we were like on some indoor track meet. And I don't know if you probably never. I don't know if you ever run like the 400
I've never
meters.
run. No, you're right, Dave. You're right. You're right to think I've never run. Good job.
So I think we were like in a relay race. So we ran the 400 meters, and like when you run that much, like your brain sometimes is deprived of oxygen. And we were like in this big indoor gym where people ran track, and I went to like I just decided I was like, I'm gonna change here, and like I just pants myself. Luckily, I didn't take my underwear off, but I just pants myself. I'm just standing there in like my tidy whities in front of everybody. And people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Like, it's my brain was like deprived of. I was just, the whole team was laughing at me. I pulled a prank on myself. I pranked myself because my brain wasn't
yourself in front of a group
properly.
of people. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I pants myself.
Jody,
and I was not good at track, man.
Dave, I can't imagine you running either. If I'm being honest, I can't imagine Dave Waite running.
We had a very aggressive.
What noises would you be making? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh man.
Imagine Dave running.
I've got so many embarrassing stories, but let's dig back into the vault. Here's one, again, from my drinking days. I really made an ass of myself often, but here's one that I vaguely remember, which was I was with some girlfriends for a bachelorette party in Las Vegas, at which point I decided I was not having fun with them anymore, and I was going to go off on my own at like 3:30 in the morning, which I had a tendency to do. So I venture off. I wind up at that shitty like after hours club Dre's, which it's not whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the,
I am.
but it was the Dre's in Vegas when it was like that was where you went to drink until 9 a.m. And so I was there, and there were these people. I was by myself. There were these people. They had a table. They just had bottle service like brought to them. All about, hey, come over and drink. Okay. Drunken asshole. I go to crawl over. Like I stand up on the booth and go to crawl over the person to get in the back of the booth, but I proceed to fall. Take out the entire table full of every bottle that they just purchased. The whole table falls over. I fall over. I'm like covered in booze. My shoes fall off. And I like didn't fucking know these people, right? Like they were like, who the fuck invited her? And
that's
I was
like
just like
$24,000 worth of booze too, because that club is so fucking expensive. Like I'm not kidding. Like a bottle of champagne is like $2,300.
Yeah, it was like
bananas.
Oh my god, it was so. I was like, I have to leave quickly, and I just fucking I don't even know. No, I grabbed my shoes and I just left, and then I seem to remember walking outside barefoot in Las Vegas. But anyway, that was one of my more embarrassing moments. There's been so many; it's so hard to choose. And I'm sure for some of the really, really bad ones, I technically wasn't even there.
Yeah,
so...
that's true. That's true. That wasn't you. That was subconscious you that was making all those decisions.
No.
Fizz, you got one?
Yeah. The first time I tried acid, I forgot that I was on my period. So, like 14, 16 hours into it, someone's like, oh, do you want to walk to Starbucks? And I'm wearing scrubs. I'm wearing head to toe scrubs, like doctor scrubs. Oh, no. And I went to Starbucks and I didn't realize like my pants were soaking in blood, and none of my friends told me. They're very open-minded. So they thought I was free bleeding. And I was like, no, I didn't. I forgot.
Free bleeding? Is that a thing? Wait, is that a thing? Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought it was a Halloween costume. You had to look like, so you're in scrubs with blood. You look like a doctor just killed a bunch of people, right? Like
with my legs.
Oh, with your legs. I do leg surgery.
Oh yeah, vagina dentata. That's great.
That's hilarious.
Bowers, do you have any before we do memes?
I did mine first. I was in the bed.
Okay, cool.
So we're good.
Awesome. So I will read one last comment that had come in, and then while Taylor prepares for the memes, Frankie Berman said he had a funny peeing in public story. His cousin pulled over on the highway to pee and then got caught by police. He begged the officer, "Don't find me." He's like, "Haven't you peed in public before?" And the officer's like, "Yeah, I have, but I've never been caught." So
nice.
All right, guys. So Taylor's going to show us some memes and things that some of the fans have done, and then just remember your favorite one, and we'll all vote. Yeah, no problem at all.
One time we were I got one pee story. We were on a comedy road trip, and my buddy had to pee, and the cop was at the end of the alley, so the guy driving was like, just get in the fucking car, just get in the fucking car. So he grabbed this milk jug that was on the ground. It was just an empty milk jug. And so he's like peeing in the milk jug, and he's like, oh God, this is so much, it's hot. He's like joking around or whatever. And then all of a sudden we looked down and we realized the milk jug had no bottom. It was and somebody had cut the bottom out. So he was just peeing through a plastic hole onto my buddy's floorboard of his car. It was so terrible. But like a full pee, like free peeing. He was free peeing apparently.
He was so enjoying it. He was relieved.
All right, I'll tell one embarrassing quick story. Dizzy by Nature was saying he wanted one from me. The only thing I can think of is only because Amina Saleh had said that years ago her friend convinced her to smoke weed through a hookah. And that reminded me that I was going to a show with a friend. I smoked a bong for the first time in my life, and I got really ill. I thought I was dying. They had to leave to go to the show, and I had to crash on his couch and just sleep there and call Kevin the first week we were dating and saying, "Is this a red flag?" And that's it.
I think I'm dying. I'm dying. And you still love me if I die.
Yeah, that's it.
This is from Gleib Off the Top with the otter filter.
Want to get outer here
God.
and have some fun? Taylor, you want to read them? You want to?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Do it.
Not even on. Cool. This one. Me no Wookie Han Bowers.
We don't see it.
What?
We don't see it.
I hate everything.
We still see otters making out.
Where Taylor
It's
has
not
his
just me
own-
then.
All right, let's do this. Come on, try to do it the right way.
There it
This
is.
one? Nope, that's the otters again.
I mean, I love the otters. They're great. But...
All right. Will this one
There
do
we
it?
go.
There you go.
Hey, me no Wookie Han Bowers. Oh, I think I have to zoom out and then. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
What's another name for cattle feed? Cow food. Oh, I'm sorry, cow food.
Cow food. Oh.
I didn't even get it. I was like, got it.
Good.
Just
God, Dave.
that one. There's nothing to read. Chris Bowers and Tim Cup. I don't quite get this. But hey, there it is. Great work. I need 9 inches of nipple separation, brah. Now they stick out to here because you gave me a 10.
Is that the dude from the Alien show who
It is.
progressively gets more and more wild and like he stuck his finger in a light socket every episode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You nailed
Got
it.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, it's the wrong Indian, but it might as well be.
Once you get it, it's funnier, Jody. Yeah, once you get it, it's way funnier.
It's very good. I love this one.
The Gulf War.
The Gulf War.
The Gulf War.
Son of a bitch.
This one needs like hella magnification. Oh no, the live stream didn't go ahead. I had no idea. And it's shout out to the person who actually went to Meme Generator. Oh, what a feeling. Charles dance on a ceiling. I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. I don't actually know.
My man.
Bowers, already high. Mushrooms at 4 a.m. 3 rules: no wishing for death, no falling in love, no bring back dead people. I wish that pinata scream harder, daddy, than when you hit him. There are 4 rules. This right now, there was no credit with it, so this is just someone just copy and pasted.
It's Wendy.
All right, I wasn't gonna name anyone's names, but there you are. This is why I live where the air hurts my face. Ben Bowers roast battle, mint comedy. The players configured incorrectly. Is that the last one? That is the last one.
Okay.
Right.
I really liked a lot of those. I liked the Jabba the Hutt one. Stone Dave was good. The Big Gulp was good. Charles dancing on the ceiling. But I think I'm going to give it to the 9-inch nipples guy. That was my favorite, was the 9-inch nipples. Should be a hell of a band name,
Nipples?
9 Inch Nipples.
Also, yeah.
Jody, what's your favorite?
My favorite was the Indian Chewbacca shirt because it took a minute, but when it hit, it hit. You know what I mean? Like it was like getting high, and then you're like, wait, what's happening? Oh my god!
That's my favorite part of drugs. And you go, oh yeah, I did drugs. All right, Dave, what was your favorite?
I guess I would like the 9 Inch Nipples one as well. That was a pretty clever one.
Fizaa.
Yeah, the 9 Inch Nipples was great, but I also want to shout out the Chewbacca one. The Gulp War one was hilarious, and then the mushrooms at 4 a.m. was hilarious as well.
Well, you just picked every one.
I'm gonna give it to nine inches because it's 9 inches.
It's 9 inches. 9 inches always wins. That's a rule. 9 inches always wins. Rachel.
I love the Charles dance on the ceiling and Big Gulp too, but I'm gonna give it to 9 inches. So congratulations. Who was 9 inches?
It was this guy.
Giggle
On
Pig!
his first show in the front row, Giggle Pig wins the meme contest. Nice work, dude. Have some victory cream cheese or whatever the fuck that was. Nice job. All right,
Congratulations! You get to pick a topic for next week and be in the front row.
And who was the person at the topic? That was Kim Stewart, right? So Kim Stewart.
Yeah, so Kim Stewart and Giggle Pigs.
And then do we have a fun comment?
I loved Frankie Berman's on the side of the highway one.
Yep.
So
That
yeah,
was
Frankie
one I was
Berman,
going
you
to.
too.
Frankie Berman's the best comment. So you're gonna make a topic tomorrow. All right. Let's do some
On
plugs.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Yeah, you're gonna pick.
So hold on, Night King game. We're gonna start to do pickup lines for all the Night Kings. So the Night King pickup line game for tonight is going to be Thanksgiving pickup lines. Like, I'd like to gobble on your turkey neck. I don't know.
I'd like to stuff your turkey.
Stuff your turkey. There we go.
Yeah, my favorite part is the stuffing. Yeah.
I'm gonna cran berries.
Grant Herberries. There you go. Nice work, Giggle Pig. All right, let's figure out where these people are. Fizaa, where do we find you? How do we follow you online? You got shows coming up live?
Yeah. So I'm on all the platforms as Fizaa Dosani, FIZAA and I'll put it in the chat. And I'm also going to be at West Side Comedy Theater for my show Facial Recognition Comedy. It's tomorrow in Santa Monica, so I'll put the link in the chat as well. So if you're in LA, come through, say hi.
Yeah, I'm going to try to come to that tomorrow. That's my goal, is to get over there. I want to see that show. So, cool.
Yeah, let me know when you guys go. I'll be right down the road.
Dave, what you got coming up?
Dave, I'll be in Minnesota this weekend at the Sisyphus Brewery Friday and Saturday. And then I have an album live from Planet of the Tapes that's out.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
On iTunes.
All right. Jody, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, if you want to come see your late night show tonight when I host, it'll be next week, and you can get tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com. I will be doing my own late night show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So get your tickets. It'll be next Friday at 7:30 p.m. Also, check out my podcast, Never Thought I'd Say This, and then you can find me at Jody Sweeten across all socials.
Awesome. You can find me, as always, at Bowers Comedy. You can do my social medias on Patreon. I got 20 Patreons, so let's get a few more out there. That'd be great. So follow me on patreon.com/Bowers Comedy. Tonight on Origin Stories at 5 p.m. Pacific, we have Fizaa Dosani's with us. We're going to find out her origin story, so she'll be here. Check that out. You can also do that on Patreon. Come check that out.
And then I would like to plug, I'm producing a show where we have a small live audience at Nightlight Studios in LA, but we are live streaming. So we've got Maggie May, who you guys know, and Matt McCarthy so far in the lineup. So come check it out. I just put the link in the chat. Come watch it live or live streamed.
There you go.
And then, let me make sure. I think we're good. We don't have any more generals. So that's it.
All right. Well, let's
Video front row.
Okay. Everybody, we love you. Thanks so much. We'll see you next Wednesday. We'll see most people Friday, but we'll see Jody Wednesday, and we'll see everybody else Friday. Love you guys. Have a great.
Bye, you guys.
Have a
Bye,
great
everybody.
week.
Nice to meet you all.
Bye.
Thanks, Jody.
Love you.
Clear.